So, can
Yes,
Uh,
yes, you're audible and you're visible on our screen also.
I-
So what we'll do is I'll ask Miss Devi, yes, ma'am, to please start the session.
okay.
Thank you. Choose a career that ignites your passion, challenges your mind, and brings meaning to your life. A fulfilling career is the foundation of a content and purposeful existence. On this note, a very warm good afternoon and a hearty welcome to all for the first expert talk of the career orientation series titled Career Opportunities in Digital Forensics. Prayer is not just asking for what we want. It is also listening to the whisper of our hearts and the guidance of the universe. With these thoughts, we'll begin this expert lecture by invoking God's blessings. I request the Christo Jayanti College Choir to lead us in the prayer song.
So, can I start?
So we have an invocation followed by your introduction and then your session.
Okay, so myself, Piyush. First of all, I'd like to thank the staff of
sir,
Innovation
hello.
Impact.
Mr. Piyush, we'll just have a invocation song. Then
Okay,
we'll
great.
only introduce you. Then we'll hand over the session to you.
Okay, great.
But just give
Thank you.
about 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. Yeah. Thank you.
I have a maker. He formed my heart before even time began. My life was in His hands. He knows my name. He knows my every thought. He sees each tear that falls and hears me when I call. I have a Father. He calls me His own. He'll never leave me, no matter where I go. He knows my name. He knows my every thought. He sees each tear that falls and hears me when I call. He knows my name. He knows my every thought. He sees each tear that falls and hears me when I call. And hears me when I call.
With the increasing use of digital technologies and the internet, cybercrimes have also been on the rise in India. Digital forensics helps in investigating and analyzing evidence related to such crimes, which is essential for bringing perpetrators to justice and enhancing cybersecurity measures. Overall, digital forensics is vital in India to address the challenges posed by the increasing use of technology, protect individuals and businesses from cybercrimes, and ensure the proper functioning of digital systems in various domains. It supports law enforcement, enhances cybersecurity, and helps preserve the rule of law in digital age. Its role and importance in the judiciary is rapidly expanding. Therefore, extensive knowledge of scope and career opportunities in this field appears to be more than justified. We are delighted to welcome Mr. Piyush B Thakur for the first expert talk of the career orientation series. Sir, we deem it an honor to have you in our midst. We thank you for accepting our invitation. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Devi. Thank you, staff of student college. And if I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity to be here to interact with the students, to share my insights based on the experience that I have gained, based on the education that I have pursued. So I believe we have very less time, but I want to make it very fruitful for the students. I want to make it fruitful for their future and make something effective for them. Uh, so in the overall session, I what I think and what I believe in is like I will like for 30 minutes I will give the introduction, the insights, the experience that I have, what is all about the forensic field and what is happening in the current world and where we can contribute and how we can help and where are the opportunities and how you can develop your skills, etc. So I will just try to cover it up in within an half an hour or 40 minutes. And after that, I'm more interested in resolving the queries which most of the students might be having because resolving their doubts, resolving their queries is like our duty, we can say. It's like our duty as a what I can say as a professional, or I'm not a teacher, but as a professional, I'd like to resolve the queries like students might have in their head. So, introducing myself Piyush Thakur, currently been contributing as a security consultant and team lead at IBM VMS Red Team. So in the IBM, we have X-Force Red Team, which is completely dedicated towards the uh, vulnerability management, where we just help proactively to handle the threats. And so the digital forensic field is part of that. So where I help our team to understand like how we can help to be proactive and how digital forensic can help them to tackle the threats. So starting about my education, I was also once a student. I started as just give me a minute, just switch on my fan. Just give me a minute. Is my voice clear?
Okay, so you're very audible, so you can just turn on your video
Okay,
and
yeah.
also you can go ahead and share your presentation.
Uh, Talking about the presentation, I have not prepared any presentation for the
Okay, so
students.
it's going to be more of an
Yeah, it's
interactive
completely
session, I
interactive
suppose.
session because I don't think the presentation will be enough for the students. I don't think that we can discuss each and every point of the presentation. Uh, so that's why. So talking about my education, I pursued my bachelor's and master's degree, both into the field of forensic science. And as we all are aware of that, the forensic is like a agile field in which we have different uh, departments and the domains we can call it as. It includes physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, digital and cyber forensics. So these are like the versatile branches. So I was more interested into like the digital and cyber forensics field. So then I specialized my masters into that, and after that I started pursuing my career into that. So I started as a junior scientist in the private forensic lab, where I used to contribute in the digital forensics and question documents division. So I was new. I used to learn from my seniors, as to gain the experience, hands-on experience on the various tools that we used to utilize in our daily work. So I started my career in that manner. After that, I moved on to Bangalore, and there I contributed as a digital forensic expert. Then, then as a digital forensic and incident response analyst in the Microfocus. Now it is a part of OpenText, and then now I'm contributing as a senior security consultant in IB. So, looking at the whole timeline, looking at the experience that I have gained, I can truly share that with you that forensic is agile field. We cannot say that you just need to carry a forensic degree with you uh, after getting passed out from your bachelor's or master's degree. You are already versatile. You are already having a knowledge of different subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, digital cyber forensics, and etc. But it depends on you in which field you are interested, right? Like for example, if I'm interested in the psychology, then I can uh, pursue my career as a psychology consultant, or I can move forward into the criminology sector to understand the psychology of criminals and contribute into that field as a academician or any kind of consultant. So it depends on what kind of interest we have. So my interest was into digital and cyber forensic fields. So what I did, uh, I had a hands-on experience with various tools. I started doing the certifications, which are free. Many free certifications are there nowadays in the market. So if I go like 6 or 10 years back, when we were not in the era where the technology was been so easy, it was not so easy during that time. But now it's every common man is familiar with what the technology is, because now we are getting the free internet. Uh, we can say that the internet is not so costly. We are getting speed. We are getting the valued resources. We are getting free education. We are getting free tools and free trainers also on YouTube. So now it's like a good point for all of you to gain more skills. I know that in college you go as per the syllabus, you go as per the books, you go as per the rules. So that you must follow, because that is like mandatory. It will help you to hold up the degree. It will help you to hold up something solid as a core principles, you can say. But you also need to work on the extra skills, right? Because nowadays, like for example, uh, 10 students are there in one class, and each one of us is studying in the same class with same syllabus, same education, and everything is same, right? Now only one thing that can make difference is the individual skills that you have. So that is like for example, if you are interested in digital and cyber, so how you can help to design the future of this field. What is your perspective? What is your understanding? Uh, what you can say? What is your experience with the field? How you can improve that field? So that kind of interest you should have in your education itself. It should start from your first year itself. I cannot say that after completing the third year, then you will go and then you will explore and all. You start exploring it from today itself. Start exploring the subject in which you are completely interested in, and then you can move forward in that field automatically. Because if you update yourself with that field knowledge, then it will automatically help you to explore more and gain more insight. And then further, after completing your education, when you start your professional career or a professional life, we can call it as, like with an internship or with any kind of in any project. So then you can share your insights. So it will also attract the organization or the third party to hold you up, uh, to hire you, and to and they will be interested in making you as a part of their organization. So it's completely uh, a game of skills. It's completely a game of skills. You should work on your skills, and your skills should be valid. It should not be theoretical. You should completely focus on the practicals also. So let's talk about the practical thing in the field of forensic science. Like for example, like you have received any kind of evidence, Okay, so you should know what are the steps that you need to follow when you uh, gather any kind of evidence. What is the first step? Like how you will gather the evidence. What is chain of custody? What are the steps involved in chain of custody? What is the last step? How to prepare the report? What should be included in the report? And how we can present that report? What if the juries ask us this particular question and all? So you should be aware of that completely, uh, practically plus theoretically, plus with the sections that are aligned to your work which you are doing. I think so. We are already under the section 45 of IPC, which is uh, expert witness. After pursuing your education, you will automatically fall under the section 45 of IPC, which is expert witness. So you can stand up in the court, you can, uh, what I can say, you can describe your report, you can share your insights, and you are like valid to present the report as a freelancer. So talking about the forensic careers, forensic is a field where you can contribute as a freelancer also, as a consultant, forensic consultant. Now the consultant varies. You want to contribute as a question document consultant or a fingerprint examiner or as a uh, criminal psychology consultant or as a cyber uh, consultant, cyber forensic consultant, or so these are like the different sections where you can contribute as a freelance. And you also have a scope in the academics. You can also contribute as a teacher. So for that, you need to clarify the exams that are there. That is NET. Then you need to pursue your PhD, which is now mandatory as per the UGC guidelines. So these are all the things that you should pursue whenever you move into the academics. So very few students we get that are more interested into the academics, and I was also one of them that I was not so interested into the academics. But it is a good field. It's a stable field. It will keep you updated. It will keep your routine balanced. Help you to interact with the students. It will help you to explore more. It will help you to uh, what I can say, give your knowledge, share your knowledge, and also increase your own knowledge. So academics is like a good field, but I was more interested into the corporate sector in the series and to understand like where forensic stands in their sector. So what I found as per my experience is forensic, digital forensic, it is a part of cybersecurity. To be frank and to be true, it's a part of cybersecurity. Like cybersecurity has various domains like vulnerability management, penetration testing, threat intelligence, threat hunting, and SOC, that is cybersecurity. SOC team will be there. So this kind of various domains are there in the field of cybersecurity. So digital forensic is also there. It exists as a digital forensic and incident response. So whenever after completing your education, if you want to move into digital forensic sector, you should not call it as only digital forensics. Also call it as digital forensic and incident response because this will help you to get more opportunities, get more exposure. Because, like for example, if I am a digital forensic expert, so whenever any incident occurs in any organization, so it's our duty to go and gather the evidence as far as possible. So we are giving a response to an incident, right? So we can also call ourselves as incident response, right? Of which many students are not aware of. They're not aware of what is incident response and what exactly the incident response is nothing but the part of digital forensics. So you should boldly call it as digital forensic and incident response because you're carrying out the post forensic investigation, is the post crime investigation. Plus, you're also helping the organization like how to gather the evidences, how to uh, work on that, how to extract the relevant facts and how to present those facts, right, in a legal manner. So that's why I would request, like I would suggest everyone to call your field as digital forensics and incident response, because this will increase your scope in the market. This will help you to get more opportunities. And also, one more suggestion I have is like, for example, you are from the forensic field and you are interested in any kind of job. Like, for example, you are interested in joining as a security consultant or as a security analyst in any organization. Okay, so you can go through the uh, description of that job, like what are the skills that are required, like uh, whether those skills are already there with me, whether I have that skills or not, or should I need to pursue that. So these are all the uh, what you can say, the strategies that you can follow. Because what happens, most of the students do, they will match their skills with the skills that are required. So instead of matching the skills, just acquire the skills that are already mentioned in that profile, job profile. Like for example, there is a security analyst profile in any organization. It doesn't matter whether it is a startup or a big force or anything else. It doesn't matter. So they have their own JD, job description. So in that they mention that the participant should be aware of this, right? The candidate should be aware of this. The candidate should be aware of tools, and should be aware of these skills and all, etc. They will just list down all the important, what you can say, important points for that particular job role. So you need, if you are like for example, if you are matching and you found like, no, I don't think so that my skills uh, are the same. So what you can do, you can just cover up those skills. So like for example, you're holding 5 out of 10 skills from that JD. You can work on the rest 5 in your free time. So it will be like 10 out of 10. And when you apply and when you go for any kind of interview rounds, you will be able to answer all their queries, whatever they have. You will be able to answer all the questions that they have. So this perspective should be there in every student. We should not be like that. I'm not sure about these skills. I don't know what to do. So I will not go for this job. Right. So we will give up that time period. It's better to acquire that skills, because we all are now in the phase where we cannot say that we are perfect and I can do everything. We need to update ourselves on like daily basis. I can say you need to read what is happening in the world, read where the scope is. You need to find the loopholes where you can contribute and make something better. You need to understand the what I can say. Yeah, you need to understand how the corporate works. What is their plan? How what are their procedures? And what is actually required for them. So if you, this will be a difficult uh, task, I can say, or difficult thing to follow up on daily basis. But once you start, automatically you get to know that where my field is and where I can contribute and what should I do next. Because talking about myself, I'll share my experience with you. When I pursued my education, I was in second year in my bachelor's degree. So even my teacher, he himself suggested me, recommended like why you're there in this field, there is no scope and all, etc. So, but I believe in myself. You need to believe in yourself, right? And I was fully focused on the future, because when I pursued my bachelor's, that was 2011, I can say 10 years. So during that period, the scope was not so wider, because during that period, the forensic field was completely new, and and our college was been what we can say, it was been inaugurated in the year 2008. So we were the the second batch in that. But then also I believed because I was fully focused on the future. I had a hypothesis with that after 5 years, not now, but after 5 years, definitely this field will have a scope. And it happened. After 5 years, the job listings and the job postings used to be there. It started, and then people got more aware of that this is the one field which is new and which has a scope. But they were late, I think, right? They were late. But we need to predict the future. We need to predict like what can happen, what is next. Now, like for example, uh, the AI and machine learning has come, right? So how you can align AI and ML with your forensic task. So that is something you can bring to the society, you can bring to the organization, any organization. So you should work on your hypothesis. You should work on your own predictions parallelly with your daily studies, exams. You should do your best in your what you can say, education because that is your base, right? That is your base, and you should never compromise that. But parallelly, you should also work on your extra skills. So what will happen? It will help you to discover something good for your future and share that with your future organization in your profession that you will be carrying forward. So I suggest you all to acquire the skills as far as you can. Once you acquire the skills, you will get new perspective, new thinking, and new things that you can align with your forensic field. Like for example, say report preparation, right? So now we don't have any automated tool that will prepare the report, forensic report in proper forensic report form. Okay, but you can develop your own software or any kind of app where you just need to submit the details, and once you press the enter, automatically it will create a report in a legal form, which you can present in the court, in the juries of your organization. So there is no advancement in this field, but you can bring this field is in the developing phase, we can say, which is a good opportunity for you because the field which is in developing phase always has a. If the field is in the developed phase, then we cannot say that we can do something new. Okay, but forensic is the field which is in developing phase, and it will always remain because daily the scenario is changing. Daily, uh, the mentality of the criminals are changing. Their behaviors are changing. Their process are changing. Different types of incidents are coming now. Most of the incidents are not physical. Uh, they are into the virtual world. They are happening in the cloud. Uh, they are happening on your mobile devices. They are happening in your apps, which you are not aware of. So based on this, you can design something. You can design your own process, your own technology-oriented task, which will help to resolve any kind of issue which is complicated for the society or for the juries to resolve. So this kind of contribution you can make, even if it is small, it doesn't matter. But you should have a innovative mindset into this field of forensics always, because uh, the SOP that you are following today for any of the evidence or for any of the department in the forensic science lab, I don't think it will last for 10 or 20 more years. Same procedure, because if the criminals are changing, if their uh, tactics and techniques are changing, you cannot say that this by this SOP you can resolve the crime easily. So you also need to update the SOP, and updating the SOP requires talent, and you are the future talent, I can say, who can work and update the SOPs, update the procedures that are currently followed, and bring something good which can resolve the uh, challenges within a time frame. So this was all about the field of forensics that we concluded to the point that you need to have the innovative mindset, need to understand like what is happening uh, in the outside world and what is happening in the field of forensics and where we have a scope and how I can help uh, to any organization, how I can help to resolve any kind of issue the organization is facing. So automatically it will develop an opportunity for you. So and this applies to all other fields also. We cannot say that this field has more opportunities and you will easily get a job. Every field uh, is dynamic, but forensic is more dynamic because it's like a combo pack where all the different subjects are there. But in the other fields, if you go, it will be completely dedicated. Be not able to cover up the other subjects. But in the field of forensics, it's agile and you will get to know different insights with different subjects. Then you can go with your interest and do your best in that particular. And and the first thing is you need to believe in yourself while doing any uh, task or doing any kind of improvements. First mandatory thing that I consider is to believe in yourself. Confidence is important uh, because like for example, if you're presenting any report, and if anyone asks you the question that when you ran this report and based on what you extracted this evidence and based on what you're saying that this is the criminal and this is the culprit or victim, so you need to prove that. For that, the confidence is required. For that, the facts are required. How you found them. You need to answer the different queries that they will have posed. So you need to be agile, like the field of forensics. There is very wider scope. I don't say that scope is not there. Very wider scope is there, but you need to create a scope for yourself. Like for example, if I compare my career with my colleagues, if you are into academics, if you are into the government officials, if you are into corporate, so they are like contributing into it. So it depends upon your interest where you want to go, and you can find your interest while pursuing your education. So that is the enough time period I can say where you can find your interest and go with that. The opportunities are many. You can contribute as a security analyst, forensic analyst, security consultant, as a assistant professor by qualifying for the exams that have been designed for that, that is NET and PhDs and all. And and also you can contribute as a freelancer. So the opportunities are many, but you should not dominate yourself and consider yourself that I don't have the skills and I cannot do. So you can just parallelly work on your syllabus plus your extra knowledge and carry both. After pursuing your 3 years or 5 years of education, you should be like, yeah, now I I don't just hold this degree, also I have the others. You can list down that in your CV, you will get a good internship, and then you will automatically get a good job. So your first aim should be to get a good internship in good organization. So internship will be based on the skills that you have, right? The any organization will look at your resume and will check your skills, right? Education they are aware of that you did your bachelor's and master's, but what are the extra skills you have? Extra skills means if you have worked on any small project or any kind of project in your college, what are the tools that you have used? What are the pre-certifications you can say that you have achieved in which field and in which field you are interested in? What is your perspective for the future? And so on the basis of that, they will also hire you for the internship. So your journey will begin with internship, which will not last forever. It will be just for 2 or 3 months or 6 months max. After completing the internship, automatically, if they like your work, if they like your skills, if they like uh, your thinking and your tasks on daily basis, they will automatically hire you and they will continue uh, by making you as an employee of them. So this is as per my experience because when I was in my first organization, I never thought that I will be in IBM and I will be contributing as a security consultant in exports team. But I used to hear of the exports team that this team is completely dedicated towards the cybersecurity and different domains that it has. It proactively works on identifying the threats and preventing. I was aware of this, but I was not aware of that I will enter into this field. But automatically, or what I can say, fortunately, it happened. Uh, I got my interest that digital and cyber forensic is my interest. After that, started exploring that field. I started uh, exploring it as my passion, not as education, but as a passion. And automatically, the skills came up, and automatically, the opportunity came, and I was being hired. So this is my experience at base level, I can say. But if I uh, make you aware of that what this field is all about, if I deep dive into this subject, it will be more technical and it will not be what I can say so understandable. I can say because we work on the logs, we work on the uh, images, the forensic image that we acquire. And we analyze, we utilize different tools, we dump the data, we analyze the data, we assess the data, we prepare the reports, also validate those reports. So the task is complex, we can say, but you will automatically be able to do that once you start your journey into this field. Uh, so this was all about the field of forensics, I can say. Uh, So to be true, forensic is agile field. Do your best in your interest. Do your best in your interest, and automatically you create your own opportunity. This is like my core suggestion for all of you, or core recommendation, because we cannot predict the future, but we can predict our work. We can predict uh, what you are interested in. We can predict like what we can bring to the society. We can predict what we can bring to the organization. So based on that, you can carry forward your interest and you can do your best and automatically it will create an opportunity. Talking about the certifications, there are many free certifications available in the market. So talking about the forensic tools, we have mobile edit, fit, we have InCase, FTK, we have Tableau, uh, and Magnet Axio. You just subscribe to their portals, their website, so automatically we'll get the updates from them. So the updates will help you to understand that tool in a better manner. So once you understand that tool in better manner, automatically it will help you to gain the knowledge of that tool plus your field plus what you can do for the improvement, how you can utilize and where you can. So I would suggest you all to subscribe to all these portals which can help you gain the knowledge. Also, parallelly develop your own uh, skills or interests by reading all these updates and subscribe pages. So you'll automatically get your sense, yeah, this is something interesting that I can go for. So I recommend you all to subscribe uh, to the tools pages, I think, because we can subscribe to open website where in case it's there FTK is also part of OpenText. Then we have mobile edit, we have UFIT, Celebrate, then uh, we have Oxygen Forensics. So various tools are there. Just go through the tools, understand the theoretical knowledge of it first, based on what it works, how it works, and what is important, and practically use it in your education. If you're having an access to all these tools, please explore it as much as you can. It will automatically help you to gain the knowledge of it. And then automatically to develop your interest and create an opportunity. So that was all about the field of forensics. It's quite complex what I spoke about, uh, but I want to make you all aware of what the reality is. The complex field, do your best in any of the domain that you're interested in, and automatically you get a opportunity easily. I think. You need to work hard, you get an opportunity. It's the tagline I can say. So now we can go for the queries. Like if any student has any query.
Thank you, sir, for the engaging and profound session. If the students have any questions, they can unmute and ask the questions one by one, or you can even put it in chat box.
Be free to ask the questions. Don't ask the questions only on the basis of knowledge base that I have shared. Uh, Please ask the questions uh, related to any domain which is associated to our field or for any other domain to which our field is associated. So you can ask me about other topics, whether it comes scope, opportunities, what can I start with, etc. Anything. So I welcome your queries. Don't consider me as something anchor or something like that. I also started my journey like you. I was also a student, and everyone is a student. I can say because we learn daily. We depends on us whether we consider ourselves as a student or not. Because we all are learning something daily, and we are applying it in our personal as well as professional life. So I'm also a student. So I welcome your queries as a student. So if I have the knowledge base of it, answer. So anyone
Good afternoon, sir.
interested?
I'm Lavni from I'm fifth semester BSc Forensic Science. So you were talking about how we need to do different courses and increase our skill set. What courses would you recommend since you are already in the field and have all of the experience of so many years? What should we focus on? Is like Linux or Python or a certain skill set that we should focus on more and hone our skills in?
Yeah, I'd say Python is the language we should always carry with us. Uh, Python you should always focus on. What I can say or what I can convey or what I can recommend you is integrate the tools that you have with the Python programming. Like for example, if you're using any tool which has API, right? I hope you're aware of the API. API means a link or a link which will help you to integrate that particular tool with a program language you're working. So you can develop the scripts, the Python scripts that will automatically help you create the reports that will help you to integrate that tool with your programming or your program. So I'll share one concept with you. Try to integrate the tool uh, with your command line. Okay, your tool should work on your command line. So this you can do by using the Python programming language. Like for example, if I'm using any free tool, like for example, Maltego, Maltego. You can just note down this tool. This is the tool where you can also log in as a free user with limited privileges. So you can bring something new to the market, like how I can integrate this tool with my command line so that it will reduce my response time. Like for example, you just run one command, you'll get the result in a XLS or in a text format. So instead of going onto the tool, logging in, adding the evidence, then preparing the report and then exporting that. Instead of that, you can prepare your own script, which will automatically help you to get the report exported and downloaded it in the respective folder. So this is the scope of Python language. Linux is a part. Linux is like a free source that we all of us have. And once you log into Kali Linux, you can see variety of tools, right, which are free. So Linux is secondary, I can say, but Python is a language which is must to excel in any field now. For now, I will also give you one more uh, hypothesis or an idea. Like for example, if you are into question documents, right, and you are examining the signatures, original and false signatures, right. So currently we don't have any free tool or any free source which can match the signatures and can say that this is 80% or 70% match, right? So no free tools are there available, but you can develop yours, right? You can say that this signature matches with this and the ratio is 60%, right? At least tools will get introduced in the market and at least the experts will utilize it for to begin their investigation. First, they will put your signatures in that tool which you have prepared and they will understand that yeah, 60% it is not. So I will manually analyze it again and find where 40% it is missing. If it is really missing, then I can prepare the report on the basis of that. So the scope is wide for this, and the Python language can help you explore more. It will assist you. It's like your assistant again. So go with Python, go with ChatGPT. Understand ChatGPT can help you in every field. So you can also gain the knowledge from ChatGPT. Like any of the doubt that you have, you can just paste it over there. You will get the answers. Like for example, if you want to prepare a tool for this signature verification, so ChatGPT can help you to get an idea how you can, right? And you can start your journey. So this same concept applies to all other areas, applies to all other fields of forensics, right? All other domains like psychology, chemistry, where you analyze the uh, beverages and all, etc., whether it is adulterated or not. And in physics, you analyze the ballistics. So there is no tools available in the market which will make all this work automated. So you can work on the automation of whatever the tasks that are there in the market, that are there in the forensics and science lab, how you can automate that task. So it is definitely, it has the scope, I think, because now everyone is moving towards automation. Okay, so how you can bring the automation in forensics, right? You understood the concept. Sorry, I forgot your name. Pronounce your name so that I can.
Yes, Lavni here. Thank you, sir. So
So
I had a follow-up question. If we are doing a forensic science degree and we have like not a very technical background in computer science as such, because we are focusing on all domains, as you said, what are the chances of us actually being able to get a job in the cybersecurity field with just a forensic science degree? And maybe, like you said, we have knowledge of Python and Linux through other secondary courses. Like, what is
so
the baseline qualification?
yeah, that is one of the point which I shared during my session, that you should not dominate yourself. Now, as you told, like you are not having the technical knowledge of computer, right? So this should not be there in your interview, right? You can say that you have the knowledge, right? But if you cannot answer the question, you can say that I will definitely learn this. I will definitely try to train myself in this concept, whatever you ask. You can say that, but you are introducing yourself uh, with the lines that are stating that you are not capable with this particular. So you should never dominate yourself. Be confident. And digital and cyber forensics is a field which is not common for other domains. Means nobody is teaching digital and cyber forensics in any other what you can say, any other degree programs and all. But in the forensics, it is very good thing I can say that we have a core what I can say core domain which is dedicated towards this, a subject which is dedicated towards this. So the knowledge that you have is not with them. The knowledge that they have is not with us. It's fine. It's like a symbiosis. You can share your knowledge with them and they will share their knowledge because they are not having the knowledge which you have, which is of forensics, right? So you should not say that I don't have the knowledge which you already have. You should say that I can help you in this field. You should say that I can help you in digital and cyber forensic field where you are lacking, where your organization is lacking, right? So this should be your perspective if you are into this field, because no field is like that. If everyone starts saying that I am from uh, computer background, I cannot go into this scientific science field, then it will what will happen? It will uh, be like a blocker for them. It will block them for the opportunities that they can get. So never say no. Say yes. Learn the skills and move ahead. So this will be my recommendation for them. So never limit yourself with your degree program or with the education or with the syllabus that you have. Syllabus is like it's developing your base, right? But that is the base. Now you need to work on something advanced, right? To go with the market, to go with the trends, what is offering in the market, what you can do. So you need to update yourself. Like for example, if if we talk about the smartphones, we never thought that Nokia will be replaced by Samsung, right? Nokia is now no more in the market, right? But Nokia gave the base to the technology market. It gave the base like that people need this smartphone, they need it in their daily work, they need for hearing the songs, watching the videos, exploring the internet, etc. So this concept was being used by Android, and then Android developed it in a way that now the whole market, like 90% of the market, is upholded by Android. Nokia is not no more there. So you can just imagine. So we need to update ourselves parallelly with the market. So never say no, say yes. Acquire the skills. It may take time for you to acquire the skills, but always be focused on acquiring the skills which you don't have. So this will help you in any job.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, there's a question from an MSc student in the chat box. Uh, the question is, sir, can you share your first interview experience and what are the skills which helped you during the interview and job?
Okay, so talking about my first job and first interview. When I was been hired in my first organization, I can say my interview was already done. Means I went for a PhD in Mumbai University, and Mumbai University was having a panel of five professionals, I can say, experienced professionals. So you can search her on the internet, Dr. Rukmini Krishnamurthy. She was the director of Maharashtra FSS, means the overall Maharashtra FSS. She was the director. She was also there in the panel, but I was not aware of that. Who is she? But I was aware of that. These are all the professionals in panel which are well experienced, and they will ask me any questions that they can. Right. So I was trying my best to answer all the questions that they have. So questions was related to the field of cybersecurity and what are the tools that you are aware of, where our field is lacking, what you can do, and where it should be developed, and etc. So they asked me various questions. I can. So that was my interview. I can say I went for a PhD, but in that panel, the CEOs and the experienced professionals were present. I was not aware of that she is the CEO of this particular company. But later, after a month, I got a call from our office that if you like we have an opportunity, so are you interested? Can you please join as a junior scientist? So this I got after a month, and it was like an opportunity for me, so I just joined. So you can think of like how the luck is there. If you are working good, if you are hardworking, if you are doing your best, automatically the luck will follow you. This is like the tagline you can consider with you. So I never imagined that I will get a call from one of the professionals from that panel and I will be hired in that company. So in this way, I got hired in my first job. So I can say the interview was for my PhD. I got enrolled for the PhD and like continuing it partially. But the interview also parallelly happened for my job. But I was not aware of it. I went for my PhD as a student. But after a month, I got called for a job. Okay, so anything can happen with anyone. I never thought that this in this way I will get hired for my first job. But talking about my next interviews, then in next interviews they will mostly ask you about the resume and the contribution that you have made or the skills that you have mentioned on your CV. So your CV will help them to get their question. So be sure about your CV always. Be sure about whatever you mention in your CV. If you are not sure about that, don't mention that. It's okay. Even if you have 5 valid points, it's okay to mention that 5 valid points, but don't mention 10 where only 5 valid points you have and 5 are missing which you are not aware of. It will be like something bad reputation from your end to you are giving to them. So please be focused on right things. And the questions that they asked me was what are these hyperforensic tools that you are aware of? Then I said like in case FTK, and then they asked me about the process, chain of custody, few sections they asked, and how you will prepare the report, uh, what you will answer if this question is been asked by the jury. So these were the basic questions which every fresher will get. So be firm on your basics, and if you're firm with the advance also, then it's like all well actually. But be firm with your basics. Don't forget whatever you have learned in education. You never need to forget that because that is the base, that is the core concept. It's like you're carrying the bread with you, so your education is like a bread, and the skills that you will gain is like a butter for you. So if you carry both bread and butter, it will automatically be healthy for you to carry out your profession in the future. So always carry the bread because butter will not help for you. So your education, your degree is like a bread for you. So work on this, plus work on the butter also. So that is the skills that are required. And whatever you will mention in your resume, so you'll get the question based on that. This concept is not mentioned if you are not mentioned DNA analysis, if you are not mentioned blood examination, something like that. So they will not ask you about this, right? If you are mentioned, they will surely ask. So mention only those things which you already know, and automatically you will get the questions. So I hope it cleared your concept.
I hope there are no more questions from the student side.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, for patiently answering our questions.
Hello.
Wear gratitude like a clock, and it will feed every corner of our life. With these thoughts in mind, I invite Ms. Shrishti Aich, Assistant Professor, Department of Forensic Science, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of all the attendees at the seminar, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you for your insightful and engaging talk. Your expertise and passion for the subject matter truly shine through, making the session both informative and enjoyable. Your ability to articulate complex concepts in a clear and relatable manner left a lasting impression on all of us. Your dedication to answering questions and interacting with the audience made the seminar interactive and thought-provoking. We appreciate the time you took to address our queries and share your experiences. This session would not be possible without the support and guidance of the members of the management led by the principal, Reverend Dr. Augustine George. Thank you, fathers. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Callistus Jude and Professor Don Cairo for encouraging us to strive better and helping us in conducting such programs. Thank you, sirs. I also thank all the students of BSc and MSc Forensic Science for being a great audience, for their patient listening and asking their doubts to make the session interactive. Thank you, dear students. Thank you, one and all. As we have come to the end of the program, I request all to join together for the college anthem.
Like a golden disk, sun in the rising east, lights up the light divine, fills knowledge in our minds. Laurels and the book make us sublime. With the mighty Lord, we soar high on the bedrock of faith. Integrity of force, human dignity true, excellence we strive. Christu giant delight and prosperity. Christu giant delight and prosperity. Raise the joy and peace, sprawl our hearts and minds. On we march our goals as a beacon for the world, with a passion for our growth and a love for humankind, united and strong in excellence on the bedrock of faith. Integrity of force, human dignity true, excellence we strive. Christu giant delight and prosperity. Christu giant delight and prosperity.
I request all the participants to turn on their videos for a photo screenshot of the session.
ക്യാമറ ഓൺ ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞു പറഞ്ഞു.
Thank you. Feedback link will be sent to your WhatsApp groups. Student participants can fill the feedback form. I request all of you to fill the form without fee. Thank you all. I remain.
Thank you, Piyush sir, for that lecture. It was
Yeah,
really nice of you to share your.
Yeah, thank you. And please let me know like where I can help and where I'm like where I missed few of the points which I should share with students, because since we had very less time, so I started sharing the real story with them. It's important for all of us to have in our lives. So that's all. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, my.